Okay, so you're looking at making the move to eXp Realty and you're like, how the heck do I choose a sponsor, or what sponsor should I choose? This is going to be one of the biggest decisions of not only your real estate career, but also your start with eXp Realty, and you have to make the right decisions. So I'm going to go over some of the tips and things that you should think about when making a sponsor and making that move to eXp Realty. Let's go. What's up, everyone? My name is Cameron Hodge. On this channel, I talk about what it's like being a part of eXp Realty and also just being an agent in this industry. And I gotta say, if you're looking at making the move to eXp Realty, give me a call, shoot me a text, email, whatever you have to do. I have your back when it comes to eXp Realty. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to get notified of all the times I drop new videos. Also, always getting reach outs from agents, broker owners, team leaders, like you name it. Like, I absolutely love it because it's just something I love to do, and it's awesome to be able to give right truth insight to those who are looking to make the jump to eXp Realty. So that's you. Reach out. Happy to have that conversation. If it's not for you, so be it. Move on your way. No one's trying to make you force it. So getting into the video, choosing the right sponsor. Like, that is definitely something, like, before I even thought about joining eXp Realty, once I knew, I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. It's just like, holy cow, like, now I have to choose a sponsor. It's like, man, like, what do I do? Look, this is like a super important decision, and really, if you make the wrong decision, like, I've seen it countless times with other agents to where they just get completely burned, and they're like, man, eXp sucks. This is terrible. I hate it. And really, when you look at it, it's like, well, what'd you do? Oh, I joined under someone who forced recruited me. Like, you know, there are, like, no matter what brokerage, like, there are bad eggs, and they just completely brought me into the company and then just ghosted me. And I'm like, man, what the heck am I doing? I've seen it countless times. And what happens is like, yes, like, you join eXp Realty and all of a sudden you finally join and you're like, man, I love the company. Man, I need a better upline. Well, guess what? Like, you gotta, in order to join a different upline, you have to leave eXp for 6 months and then rejoin under a different sponsor. And I've seen many agents do it, but look, it's better off. It's like the age-old saying, buy once, cry once. And in this case, choose the right sponsor and be done with it and ready and set for your entire freaking career. And I firmly believe that. So let me talk about how I made my decision, right? Once I knew I wanted to go to eXp Realty, I came down to it and it's like, okay, I know I want to join. Where do I want my business to go? Well, I fell into a group of people initially where I'm like, look, it's all about building a business of people calling you. Look, we all know, like, yes, you got to hustle for the beginning. Like, you have to make it work. You have to build. Totally get that. But what's the next step after getting past those first 1, 2, 3 years? Like, if you've been successful enough to be average, like, what do you do to take it to the next level? For me, it was building a business of people calling me and also providing value to everyone that I touch in the industry. And without that, I fell into the group with like Jesse Dow, Jackson Wilkie, you know, get their channels over the Channel Junkies, and they teach you how to generate YouTube leads from YouTube. And that's really how I even got started on my YouTube journey entirely. And now, like, I just share that knowledge with everyone. And those that even join me get access to all their courses. Like, I bought their course from the beginning, and it was only like $500. And even then, I was like, oh my gosh, $500. I'm just starting. This is crazy. And I took it, and I have not regretted it ever since. But it took me time to get started. What's funny is it wasn't even until I joined them at eXp that I'm like, holy cow, why I took all this information, I didn't use it, because that's just the ecosystem and the culture that being with them and our partners at eXp have created. And it really just propelled me to start going out there and being out there in video and just being a part of it. And what's crazy is when you get that first call of someone who reaches out to you and all you did was put videos on YouTube, it just blows you away. And you're like, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. And it's like, yeah, it's me. Hey, like, how can I help you? It just blows away, especially if you're like me and you get started doing cold calls and stuff like that. Like, it is a complete switch and change from what we're so used to in this industry. But that's why I chose my upline, is I wanted a business of people calling me, and how can I start that and how can I generate it? What's great is like, it takes work, and they were just so honest and upfront. And not only that, but then you look above them, like right now as I was shooting this video, like, everyone's in Cabo, Mexico. Like, our entire upline had a huge event with speakers and everyone at Cabo in Mexico and just having a great time. And it's not just a party, it's literally about growing and building that ecosystem. And that's what we have a part of in our upline. And I really think it's one of the best, hands down. But that being said, if you don't want a business where people are reaching out to you and you're just literally setting up a machine that does it for you while you're sleeping or not, or you're like me with kids and life is freaking crazy, then, there's other uplines, there's other options. I've seen uplines of people who, their big benefit for everyone that's in their partnership is they have a auction system. So what they do is they have an auction for houses, and they've shown results that it creates really great value for the sellers, and the buyer's agent commission gets pushed onto the buyer in the transaction. But it's a win-win situation, and like their home prices do generally go above average, and they've been doing that for years now. And only the partnership in that group get it. Look, there's a lot of different partnerships. It's just you have to decide what is the way that you want your business to go. And really, I think it's deciding, like, do you want to be average? Because sure, there are plenty of eXp, partnerships and uplines where it's just average people doing average things. And if that's what you want, and you're like, look, I just feel good, they make me feel happy, then go ahead and join it. Me, I want people that make me feel uncomfortable. I wanted to be put on the spot. I wanted to be put uncomfortable, let alone like right now I'm going through a crazy accountability course with someone in eXp who has at this time like almost 8,000 agents underneath him. But they're not just sitting there. Like, he literally provides massive value, and his biggest thing is like, don't be an asshole. Like, don't be the agent in eXp that goes out there and just say, hey, you want to join? Hey, do you want to join? No. It's doing like what I'm doing right now. It's literally from that. It's just like, hey, I just provide value, and then for those that want to talk about it, I answer questions and give honest opinions. I've even turned away agents who've said, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm like, well, I have heard about this person over here. Go check them out, whatever, and that's it. And that's why my upline is. It's like, hey, we don't force anyone to do anything, but those who want to join us, like a rising tide raises all ships. And that's a motto I heard from our upline going through this accountability group and doing all these crazy things, is that, hey, we're all going up and we're going to raise everyone that's with us together. And really, like, that's hands down, I think it's like the best upline that we have in eXp. But like I said, it's not for everyone. If you want to be average, if you want to go do something else like random, like, go ahead, go absolutely do it. But if you're like me and you're like, look, I want, like, my life is crazy. I have kids. I'm about to have a third kid now, at the time of recording this video, and like all this craziness. And I need stuff that, yes, I'm putting in the work, but I need something that's working for me when I'm not able to get it done. Right now, I've been doing YouTube ads, and I'm hoping that starts to pay off here. I'm 2 months into that. I have my YouTube channel. I finally started to get reach outs here this last week, which is just absolutely insane, and I'm doing these systems. I literally, like, it's like a saying that came from Curtis Johnson during this group that I'm going through. And it's like, look, make your first million my way, and then you can make the next million your way. And it's so true. It's like, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Join an upline, join a partnership that aligns with your vision. Still be yourself. Don't become other people. Still be you, but follow in their footsteps. It's proven. It's a method. It's like, this is how you do it, and just follow them. And then once you get to a place of success in your mind, a place of success, then you can change it up. Then you can start trying things and doing it your way. But until then, stop trying to recreate the wheel. That's what I did. Is I was just in a position where, like, oh, I'm going to do this thing and that thing, and I'm going to do this and that and this and that, and I never made progress. It was a wheel that wasn't spinning. I just built a wheel and I kept it there. And it's completely worthless. And since like last September when I made the switch to eXp, I cannot, like, I'm still amazed at myself with how much progress I've made. And even then, I'm like, this isn't enough. I need to make more progress. And not being patient is not just about that. It's about, look, like I swear every week, like, someone posts either content in our private Facebook groups, just eXp in general, seeing successful agents do it, events, being in these accountability groups, these monthly trainings that my upline provides on value, and being like, holy cow, like, I'm not doing enough. You're right. And then I take action. And it's insane because, like, what's funny is, like, they're right. Rising tides raise all ships. And naturally, you see, like, if you're like me, right, and you don't have any, like, you're like, oh, you are who you surround yourself with. Well, if you're freaking like me, like, you didn't have anyone who's just, like, to surround yourself with. Like, you're just there by yourself. And you're like, well, I love my wife, but she's not in real estate. I know she supports me, but she's still, like, like, I'm not really making money, and I'm not really spending time with the family, and it's creating stress. And, it's being in a position, like, look, I need to surround myself with people who think like me, but not having to like cut like those that I love out of my life, but making sure I surround myself during my work days with those that are like me, like-minded, and push me to be better. And that's what I did, and that's what I encourage everyone else to do. Let me know in the comments below as well if you have like any questions about uplines, or even if you, hey, I found a different upline and this is what I found. Like, dude, let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to have that conversation, or just give me a call, text, email, whatever you have to do. Happy to do it. But I think it all just comes back to fear as well. Like, don't be fearful. I mean, like, first, like, if you're watching this, you've already made the decision to join eXp. Fan-freaking-tastic. Like, I'm happy that you're making the decision, because I promise you won't regret it if you make the right choice. Because if you make the wrong choice, you would be like all of those that leave eXp saying, oh, I hate it. Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I've even met, agents who are like, well, I invested in their stock without being a part of the company, and it went down after I bought it, and it's freaking terrible. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. Like, you're not, like, it's not just about the stock. Like, it's the whole package, right? Like, if one thing is not aligned or not right, like, you're going to have a bad time. I kind of love South Park. But you're going to have a bad time. And you have to make sure that everything's aligned. Make sure that you're learning, your business is growing. Because we're not just here not to be in real estate. Like, you still want to be a part of it. You're here to make sure you help other agents. Don't be that freaking person that just doesn't provide value to anyone. It's like, oh, this is mine. I'm going to keep it all to myself. Like, I hate those people, and I'm sure you do too if you're watching this. Make that jump. Don't be afraid. Like, trust me. I do things every day. Even before I record videos sometimes, I don't want to do it sometimes. But I know that even if it helps one person, that's what makes a difference. And I come out here and I do it. Same thing with anything from my clients. Like, I have a deal in escrow that's for sale by owner with one of my buyers. I was able to get him in. I was freaking nervous. And it's not my first cold call I've ever made, but I was just like, man, I don't want to do this right now. And guess what? I did it, and it was awesome. And now, even though that seller, right, for sale by owner, like, I'm going to meet up with him sometime when I go to North Carolina. Like, this is the culture that this upline has provided me. And what's insane is that now I'm able to actually be myself and go out there and provide value and just love my life. Yes, I have my challenges. Yes, I get put on the spot weekly about things that I'm not doing more on and I have to improve, but we're human, right? We're human, and we learn and we grow. And that's what I think is most important. But yeah, make sure when you join the sponsorship, like, make sure it aligns with you and like the whole circle in general. Make all those pegs work, the stock. Make sure you're providing value. Make sure you're in a position like where your business is growing. If you do that whole package, that wheel will turn and turn and turn. And even if you're in a position where you want to walk away from production, like, that is what my upline helps agents do. And people don't like it or they hate it. It doesn't matter to me. When people are like, walk away from production, it's like, oh, you just want to recruit. And you're like, no, I just don't want to be 70 still having to sell a house in order to feed my family. You know what I mean? Like we've all seen those people that are older and like, I love them to death, but they work up until the day they die. And don't get me wrong, I'm always going to be doing something. I think some of the ones that have the happiest, most fulfilling lives are always doing something. I just don't want to be in production until I'm 70, 80 years old. That's not what I want. I want to be able to rise myself and then rise those around me, and that's how my upline is. That's what we teach, we preach, and we give so much massive value. So make sure you make that right decision when moving to eXp Realty. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you're looking to make the move to eXp Realty, you're not sure what sponsorship to do, or heck, you're just a team and you're like, hey, I want to make sure I'm in a position not only with a good upline that provides value. Like, I want to be with individuals that do it. Like, and not just like I mentioned Jesse and Jackson, like they are preach YouTube and businesses that generate leads for you, and they can prove it and show you how they have done it, like visible proof. There's other agents in our upline that have done exactly what they've preached. Not only that, we have Curtis Johnson, we have Chuck and Angela Fazio doing billions of volume in real estate and passing all that volume down to us below every single month and week. It is absolutely insane. So give me a call, text, email, whatever you have to do, and I have your back when moving to eXp Realty. And without that, I will see you in the next video.